Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. I think all we can say is, so it begins. We are just about to start with our sugar beet harvest. So we do have the Homer T440, which we've gone for, we're going to just cut in front of you. We've gone with this one because it has a 5 metre header on the front, so I thought it's the biggest header possible. So let's just get this unfolded. I don't think, is there anything to fold with the header? That's for transport, so we actually want that down. And then get this on, and then with that being on with the unload arm on the left, it means we want to go clockwise around the field. But yeah, so I thought this would be the best thing for us to use. Plenty of width to go at this job. So my plan is, if we get this headland done, then we can leave it on with a worker, which will mean that we can then go and do a bit of spraying and then hopefully go and finish off. So with the workers, I'm hoping to leave our part-time lad on leading, and it will be going on to our full-time lad in the harvester when we change. And yeah, we're just going to sell it straight off the field and let's see how much money we make. So it has cost about £30,000 to rent this machine. So as long as we make over that, which we should do in abundance, because we can, is it 40, I think it's 40,000 litres we can hold in here. So, which is actually a full load in here is 2 trailer loads. So we're going to have to be very careful we're going to not be careful, that's the wrong word to say, but what we're going to have to do is once we get to 20,000 litres, I think it would be a wise idea to fill up one of the trailers, get them sent off straight away, and then carry on, because then by that time we'll have 2 trailers in transit whilst we're still going. So, well, rightly or wrongly, we'll just have to see. So we have another 5,000-6,000 litres to get into here, which I don't even think we're going to make down to this yon end, and then we'll have to call that worker to come to us to unload. So we definitely need another tractor and trailer up here. It just depends what route we go down. Because obviously our worker there, well, we did have to sort an issue out with our part-time member of staff. That's why we put him in the, in the John Deere, because it's the least valuable machine that we have. Yeah, we're going to have to sort something out, because at the minute 2 machines, they are running from, just so I can show you on the map. So we're running from field 45, they're then coming all the way down to this bottom corner here. So we should be able to see, there's our John Deere there. So it all depends. What, is there anything in the sale? Now that's interesting. Do we? So that's got the extension on the part. It's one of them, do we go down this route of getting a bigger trailer now? Because that 46,000 litres. So that one trailer, so I'll be able to full load on this. And if we were to bring the class up here, that's probably the cheapest thing we can do, having 3 trailers. The only problem is we don't have a member of staff. We'd have to ask these 2 leading for us now whether they know anyone who could do it for us. But like I said, we'll continue now that trailer's full. We will continue doing this bit. So let's turn that on, drop it down. I want to get the 3 headlands off before I leave it to our workers, because then it gives them absolutely no reason whatsoever for anything to go wrong. What I will do, though, is whilst we're doing this, I'm going to buy that trailer whilst it's there. I think it would be silly for us to lose out on it. So that's £40,000 spent. So we're now, with this field, we're now at £70,000 spent just to harvest this field. But like I say, we'll swap over, so we'll get the Fendt onto that bigger trailer as and when we can. And then once we're done spraying, we'll come up with the class, and then that can take one of the Bailey trailers. Right, so we are going to stop and wait here. We'll just put that arm out like so. And we had our new trailer, well, second hand but new to us trailer. We had that brought over in the intro. So once our Fendt driver gets here, where he is there, so he's not far away. So what I will do is we can have a walk over to where he's going to go. There's our John Deere off with another load of sugar beet. But yeah, we're going to go wait for our Fendt driver. We're going to swap the trailers over, because then he should be able to empty that out completely. And then if we take the Fendt to the yard, we've had a very kind local said that they'll come jump on and help us out. So that will be very, very beneficial, whilst I then go off in the class. So we're going to leave this Bailey trailer just here. I'm sure our neighbours won't mind too much that we're just leaving it there. It's not like it's been abandoned or anything. We will be bringing another tractor up here in due course. So now let's put this one on. And then, like you say, I can then load up and go swap with someone else in the yard. So, let's put that on, and let's go now empty this harvester. It is certainly making light work of this field. I think it's definitely going to be something that if we were to purchase in the future, this is the route we'd want to go down. Do you get it? Root crops. That was terrible. Yeah, no, definitely the route that we'd want to go down is purchasing something like this, because it'll just make our lives a lot easier. But like I say, I would like to do a Tatia harvest from start to scratch. I know we've done it once before, but that was only the harvest we did. But this is the first time in 25 actually doing sugar beet. And now that is almost a full trailer load, but it's enough for us to take to the sell point. And I'll just give our worker a demonstration of how to use this, and then we'll be on our way. Right, I think he's happy at that now, so we'll hop out and let him get on, and let's go jump into here and get back to our yard, and then we can look at our fertilizer spraying, which we do have. Is it 3 fields to do? So we want to go this way, precision farming and nitrogen. Yeah, 3 fields to do. So I think the best thing is just to start with these 2, move on to this one, then we can move up to this top bit. Right, well, we now just need to find the class, which I think was left on the sprayer up near the top of the yard. So let's just spin this round quickly for when this other worker arrives, so it's all ready for them. So we'll just leave this like this, and then we'll hop out and go get the class. I like to think that this yard is really starting to take some sort of a shape. Right, let's get into here, and then we'll go via the bottom, because at least we're starting at the bottom of the field instead of coming in sort of halfway. So down this side here, and then yeah, we'll get this one done, get the next one done, and then we'll just have to try and figure out what's going on with these workers, because I feel a bit on edge leaving them all to their own devices. So I think at the start of the episode we were £280,000. So considering there was the 30,000 on the harvester, so that would have brought us to 310, and then the 40,000 we've just spent. So we need to get roughly over 350,000. If we do that on that field, then we've turned a profit and gained some assets through it all. Obviously not the rent, not the £30,000 rental, but the new bigger trailer, which will then lead us to have a think of what to do with whether it's worth keeping our 2 Bailey trailers. You know, because that one trailer can do both of our Bailey trailers. So right, with that done, we will get this now folded up. Don't worry about the mini-map, because you'll see it's the tram line, so it's all different weird colours. So you can see the remnants of the red ones. That's our tram lines now, and then the other colours are the previous 2 tram lines of where I think you automatically start on 27 metres. We then upped it to, I think we had a 30 metre sprayer, and then we moved on to 36. So that's why, so over time that will adjust, and you can see it here. These are the old tram lines in that one. It should be, yeah, so 41, it's relatively clear because that is the tram lines. There'll be 27 metres. Are they 27 metres? I can't remember, but that's the tram lines that are in, and that's why it's a mixed match of colours. But once we get up to this top bit, we will just bob back onto that map and have a look at how our workers are getting on. Because as I've said previously, it does worry me leaving 3 of them up there, sort of trying to do their thing. If anyone knows what AI workers are like in this game, you'll fully understand why. Right, let's start unfolding this, and we can park this here, and let's just have a look. So our John Deere is on the way to the shop to sell. Up here our combine is full and the fence is taking a tip off it. So I'm hoping this tip goes alright. So I am having a slight problem with auto drive and cosplay working together. For some reason everything's working fine, bar the fact that the Homer, is it Homer? I can't remember. The root crop harvester won't unload into the trailers. So the trailers are pulling up perfectly, but that just won't unload. So what I am thinking I'm going to have to do is get this field sprayed as quickly as I can, and then get myself up there, and then I can get onto the harvester to then finish this episode of where we finish with a complete field done. We're going to get these folded up now. We'll take them to field 41 because it is sort of on our way. We'll drop them off and then we'll make our way up to that top field to take over in the harvester. And then with 3 tractors and trailers leading, it should be a relatively easy job. Or at least I hope so, because this episode has gone nothing but terribly wrong from start to finish. So I can only apologise for the... I can only apologise for this episode not being as great as where I would like it to be. Right, we're going to get this unloaded into here. Like so, and when this is unloaded, this tractor, the class will be all set up, and then we've also got the John Deere up here, and then the Fendt will be soon arriving, so it should be 3 tractors leading for us all at the same time. So that one's full. Let's just reverse back to this one. This should empty our tank for us. No, it won't. They've put the sheet on. Right, for some reason he's gone off down there. I don't know why. Oh, you can see what I mean about this episode. Just everything going wrong. Oh, I've got the clouds now trying to drive into me. Right, let's just hope. It's one of those things can only get better. Our Fent, he's been Mr. Reliable, so he's gone off there. There's another £30,000, so we're making profit, which is the main thing, and we still have half the field to go. So I'm going to put a guess on now that we're going to get to 500,000 because of this one field alone. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here. It has been a very, very trying episode. So what better time than now? Because it's taken a lot longer to record with the amount of sort of off-screen stuff that's been going on in the background. Mainly so that I've realised that like to that we've got a 3 tractor pile up, but what I was going to say is I've realised the John Deere on auto drive, once it's delivered, doesn't continue. The other 2 do, which have the exact same settings. What I am going to have a look at doing is have a look at the auto drive route to maybe try work it so that, because I think they're all trying to get down and use this road here. Whilst we could, if we wanted to, we could use it so that you use this road to come down and then this road to come in, maybe, just to try and avoid sort of the pile-ups, as it were. You know, we've got 2 options, that one or this one. I would say this one's probably a good one to use. You are driving a bit further, but at least you're not going through the farmyard, so it just frees up that one a little bit, and I can't see us. We may buy a field or 2 down here, but yeah, I'll have to have a look into that. So all I can do is apologise for how stop-start it's been and probably the amount of ums and ahs and all that sort of thing. But anyways, I hope you have all enjoyed this video. Please do feel free to leave me a like and a comment down below, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.